On Wednesday, the 8th of October, Tower Hamlets Council will debate a motion that could change how political dissent is officially labelled in Britain. The motion, titled Standing Up to the Far Right and Tackling Uneven Development on the Isle of Dogs, calls for groups like the Pink Ladies and the campaign Raise the Colours to be officially designated as far-right extremists. Stay with me to find out what's going on at Tower Hamlets. The motion, proposed by Councillor Mufida Bastin and seconded by the Councillor Abdi Mohammed, links the recent grassroots campaigns, including Operation Raise the Colours, which displayed St George's and Union flags on public infrastructures, to be far-right extremists. According to the motion, this national campaign is led by far-right extremists. This is a dangerous conflation that patriotic displays and community activism are being deliberately recast as extremism by a council which is uncomfortable with dissent. The motion also refers to the tensions around the Britannia Hotel, where asylum seekers were placed by the Home Office without consulting residents, and the local people voiced concerns about the safety of their children. Yet Tower Hamlets Council now claims those concerns became entwined with far-right narratives under the banner of keeping women and children safe, even though there was a conviction for one of the people that was placed in the hotel for sexually harassing a child. But what it all means is that questioning government decisions or worrying about local safety is now being framed as extremism. This raises the question, who decides what's far right and who gets to silence others under that label? To understand the politics behind this, look at the makeup of the Tower Hamlets Council itself. The borough, one of Britain's most diverse, is now entirely dominated by the Aspire party, led by Mayor Lutfur Rahman, a figure once removed from office for electoral fraud before returning to power in 2022.
It was ruled he'd accused his Labour opponent John Biggs of being a racist. His supporters, it was said, had been involved in postal vote fraud. So-called ghost voters were involved. There was an allegation of undue spiritual influence, with concerns raised about a letter signed by 101 local imams and people being told it was their religious duty to vote for Mr Rahman, and then concerns that grants were handed to Bengali groups so they would vote for him.
Nearly every senior councillor in the borough, from regeneration and housing to environment, finance and skills, all come from the same close political network. It's almost like nepotism. Tower Hamlets is no longer a representative local authority, but an inward-looking machine controlled by a narrow circle of individuals, many with shared backgrounds and loyalties, rather than a council with democratic accountability. A British council representing over 325,000 residents is now effectively run by a group of politicians who, while their class as citizens of this country, are culturally and politically detached from what you would expect from being British. And yet it is the same council now moving to define what is British and what is extremist. The motion's language blends real community concerns with sweeping accusations, invoking fascism, Cable Street and Brexit all in one category. But the deeper message is clear. Opposition to mass migration or to local policies will now be interpreted as far-right activism. On Wednesday, Tower Hamlets Council will not simply be voting on a motion, it will be voting on a narrative where criticism is extremism and where the English flag itself can be treated as a symbol of hate. What normal country do you know where their national flag can be treated as a symbol of hate by the elected representatives? When a British council begins branding its own residents as extremists for flying their national flag, you have to ask, who's really standing up to extremism? And who's redefining it for their own power? If you are concerned by what the Tower Hamlet Council is doing too, please like and share this video and leave your comments. Or if you have any further information about the Tower Hamlet Council, please do let me know. Thanks for watching.